Up until today, before actually reading the story of how Taylor Swift became Taylor, I thought she was one of those white, rich, privileged kids who just happened to write some songs that people liked enough to give her all the popularity she has right now. But there is a lot more to her than that. She is one of the easiest stars to hate, but after this video, you will find it impossible not to love her. So stay with me and get your popcorn ready, cause I'm gonna tell you the story of a kid whose dream was only to create music and wouldn't take no for an answer. Before beginning the story, Scott and Andrea Swift, Taylor's parents, are the two names you have to have in mind during this whole video. So now let's get to it. Just imagine the 11-year-old Taylor going door to door in Music Row, Nashville, saying, "Hi, I want a record deal. Call me." While her mom, Andrea, and her brother were sitting outside in the car waiting for her to come back with good news. But that did not happen. An 11-year-old who knew how to write songs was not enough for labels to risk it and sign her. So when, that day, they got back to Pennsylvania, Taylor figured that there was something she had to do to make her stand out among the many out there who were just like her. She needed to be different, and for her, that difference came with learning how to play guitar. At first, her parents disagreed with her because her fingers were just too small to play the 12-string guitar. But as I told you guys before, Taylor was not a kid to take no for an answer. So she started learning how to play the 12-string guitar by practicing 4 hours per day and 6 hours during the weekends. Wow, this girl was really dedicated to making her dreams come true. As you guys might have imagined, she got calluses on her poor fingers and they cracked and bled as she would not stop playing. All she did about it was to put tape on them and to continue playing. This time she was getting ready to get back to Nashville again. She would perform in Pennsylvania whenever she got the chance and wrote as much as she could. All her hard work paid off as at the age of 14, she became the roster at Sony ATV Publishing. And with that, the whole family moved to Hendersonville, which was closer to Nashville. The reason why they were 20 miles outside Nashville was because Andrea wanted to protect her daughter. Andrea didn't want for her daughter to go to the same school as producers and presidents' kids, in case this whole thing didn't work out for her. She didn't want Taylor to be reminded of the fact that she was struggling to make it to the market. But they never doubted their daughter's talent. They did all they could to make their daughter's dream come true. I wish my parents were this supportive too. After all their hard work, Taylor signed with Big Machine Records, the same label that has just been acquired by Scooter Braun. In an interview with EW, Taylor talked about how at that time, there were only 10 employees at the record label. So when they were releasing their first single, Taylor and her mom went there to help stuff CD singles into envelopes to send to radio stations. Everything was so new that the label did not even have furniture, so they had to sit on the floor to get things done. Andrea did all this because to her, Taylor was the happiest whenever she had written a killer song. And what's more important to parents than seeing their kids happy? Taylor has always credited her mother in her interviews as well. She believes that the only reason why she knows the importance of maintaining financial independence is because of her mother. She raised her to be logical and practical. In Taylor's path to fame, her mom was not the only person who was always there for her. She also had her dad, Scott, who would approve of everything she wanted to do. Later, he purchased a 3% stake in her company. This girl is definitely one of the luckiest stars out there with her supportive parents, but this was only the story of her making a name for herself. As soon as she became famous, her beautiful bond with her fans was also added to the things she's most grateful for up to this day. Let me give you some examples to give you an idea of how strong this bond is. The other day, she sent her fan 6,000 Canadian dollars for tuition and rent. Once, she sent Christmas care packages to her biggest fans. She tracked down a fan who waited in the cold for 20 hours to take a picture with her. She asked her fans to star in her music video for Shake It Off. Another time, she gave a fan $1,989 to help pay off their student loan. These are only a few things that she has done for her fans. Imagine how much these things must have meant to them. Not only is this lady smart, she also knows how to appreciate the ones who got her where she is right now, and never forgets where she came from. I honestly don't know how one can hate her after hearing all of this. If you still don't like Taylor Swift, tell me why in the comments, and remember to become a part of our Curiosips family by subscribing to our channel. Until next time.